In previous videos you saw us planning to make our first level 2 house on the land.
Level 2 house doesn't exist yet, but just to illustrate what it could look like, something like a shipping container.
We went to find trailers to transform into a new home. We did a voting with our patrons because we didn't know which one to choose. And the winner was this old blue pig trailer. We installed it in the middle land of Project Camp, which we still don't own. It was quite an operation to bring it here. Now it's time to start working on our level 2 house. Welcome to a new Project Camp update. Here I am, in the middle land. Finally we have our pig trailer here, ready to be transformed into a new house. We are gonna rip it apart, see what is the state of the things, and then decide what we can reuse or what not, what needs some new work, some welding, some cutting. So let's see, let me show you a bit more in depth what is around. Let's see what is here. So here we are inside the truck. The idea now is to check what we can use, what not, what need to take out from here, what we can take, what we need to cut, what we can reuse, or what we just need to rebuild ourselves. We need to deconstruct first the pig trailer, then we need to restore it, and then we can start. We will start already with some restrictions, like we have these bars here. This is flipped, so they probably reused this wood already from another different truck. The state, as you already saw, is a bit, well, how it is. We don't have a roof now, it's just a tarp. It's not really closing properly because it's completely wobbly. This floor used to be wood, metal beams, but then someone put this new floor on top, and probably with the animal transport got a bit rotten. We will see if it's worth to take it apart or not. Usually the nuts you can thread and take it apart. Not the case in here. Besides the challenges of the track itself, we also have the challenges of how to work here in this environment. So we are now in Portugal, summer, so it's quite hot. This comes with some challenges, like there's some fire risk around when we work with metal tools, grinders, welding. We are also a bit far from the workspace, like around 200 meters from base camp, which also can create some challenges. Bring tools up, bring tools down. We don't have battery tools for everything. So we have these little challenges that we will try to tackle as best as we can. Also, we have some new people that we want to introduce you. Some of them you might already seen somewhere. Some of them maybe you remember from other times, but let's introduce them properly first.
Hey, I'm Robert. I'm 24 years old and I come from Iceland. I enjoy country music and physical work. I have a background in metalworks, but I also like landscaping. I came to the project to test myself in a new environment. Fuck, it's hot here. And living in a community. I've been following the project since season 1 and I'm also a patron, so it's awesome to experience this firsthand. I also really enjoy meat, which is really strange that I'm in a vegan camp, but I have no problem with it, and if I need my fix, I can always go to the nearby town and enjoy. In the future, I would love to travel to the southern USA, because I love the people and the culture there. But for the time being, let's get rid of some rust.
Hoi, I am Wouter. I am a designer and maker carpenter from the Netherlands. I love food, music and nature. And last year I developed a big interest in sustainable building. I hope to find a way of living less consumeristic, individualistic and more close to nature. And I would love to find a good place for my son to grow up. Last year you could see me building the yoga decks. This year I'm designing and building the level 2 house. So I'm back to Project Camp to work on positive change and get inspired by different but same-minded people.
And now that the people is introduced, we can finally start with the project.
Okay, first thing to do is bring electricity to the trailer. So we are here at the workshop in base camp and the pig trailer is here. We already made a path to the pig trailer to bring but now we want to make a shorter path for the electricity. Okay, let's start. Okay, now we can roll out the cable. So after we connected the electricity from Basecamp to the trailer, our next step is cleaning the area around the trailer to reduce the risk of fire during the work. And finally we can detach the tarp from the trailer and make a nice shaded area with it. Bit sketchy, but for the temporary setting is more than enough. There we have the shade. Maybe still a bit sketchy, but it will work. Look at all the shade.
So, now it's time to get rid of the old to make room for the new. We need to take out the wood panels on the side, but the bolts and nuts are quite rusty. Just turns the whole thing around. So we find alternative.
This was really rusty.
We're cutting off the door. What's next?
Yeah.
So we're gonna do an incision
Look at this.
at the ground level, and then all of this will come down.
So, we took all the screws out of the wall on the back, so you can now turn it down. Oh, so much air inside.
What are you up to, Robert?
We're about to cut off the floor with a big ass grinder because it's really rusted and about to fall through.
Do you think this is rusty? Take this one first, I think, and check if we can lift it up with the bar.
Yeah.
And then if it's loose, the floor, then we can maybe start on that part and go to this part.
Sounds good.
You ready?
Yep.
Let's see what we find underneath.
The reason why we have the sheet here is to prevent the sparks from hitting the grass, so we don't cause a wildfire or fire, because then all of the beloved neighbors will most likely lose their lands, and we'll see Project Camp start from the beginning. or start it all. Come on, Jaime. Still a little bit there. Hell yeah. One down, 2 to go.
3 to go.
It's not that bad, eh? The wood.
Yeah,
I was expecting it much worse.
maybe.
And the beams are also good.
Yeah.
Those one not. Wow. Seems Robert has some welding to do.
Fuck. I mean, super fun.
Super fun.
Yeah, that's probably a really good shot.
Yeah.
Who needs torque when we just use this?
So we want to push it this morning and finish all the cutting and the grinding, because as you can see it's cloudy morning, was foggy, and also everything is humid, so we can use power tools before 11. Also we are using precaution. We have water here, fire extinguisher.
Should we go for a cut there?
I will go for this one, then I can start with this one, taking this one out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
To prevent Robert to cut through the frame. This Icelandic people are just rough.
Here you can see a really big beam. It can carry a lot of weight. Goes all the way from the front to the back. And then there's wood. And then there are some ohm-shaped beams here that carry the wooden beams. And then here on the edge there, you can see the wood is a bit rotten. There's quite some rust. I think we need to do something with this. But for the rest it all seemed quite okay. There are a few bad spots in the metal, but must be able to carry quite some load. Here we have the most rusty part of the trailer. Here, big holes, rotten wood, beam at the bottom of the side. And it's really, the wood next to it is really bad. And also the steel is pretty rusty. So we have to take the wood out to make sure that we can protect this side for any more damage.
What are we gonna start doing, Robert?
Cleaning the frame so we can get most of the paint and rust off so we can repaint it again. After we cleared the rust, we needed to do a bit of welding, so we took down the machine to the trailer and the generator because our solar is not enough for welding. But then...
Hey Robert,
What's up, Javi?
you know where the welding shots are from the PIP trailer?
No.
Oh.
I think I forgot to take them.
Life of a video maker.
Anyway, you can see the results in the photos Dave took. They seem sturdy enough. Okay, so now let's take out the back doors.
Those doors, we want to take them out, but the hinges are connected with one big piece of metal, so we can't take it out in once. So we are gonna cut this hinge here and here and just hammer the upper part out and hammer this one out, and hopefully we can get the door out.
Easy. First door out, let's go for the second one.
The bar is like bended. We can cut here and take this out. It's not moving at all. It's stuck. I don't know where it's stuck. That one out or not? Yep. So we made 1,000 shots. We ran into some issues, but the doors are out.
Too quick.
Yeah.
So, now we're gonna clean the metal, so degrease it and then paint it. And luckily today we have some help from General Help, Constance and Alone. So, gonna get good progress today.
Chester working hard as always.
Listo. Ready. I'm gonna take the music off. Okay, so just finished prepping the whole frame. Thanks Patreon for this amazing experience. Now we can focus on painting the whole thing. We found the same color of paint. Yeah, we will do what we do with the floor after painting everything, still thinking about it. Maybe we redo the whole floor or we build the floor on it. So yeah, for now it's painting time.
Let's go.
Let's go. This side is done and the front also. Now we're gonna start with this side. It's a lot of work. All these little corners here and bars.
What are we doing, Hemme?
Good morning. Early start.
Early start it is.
Yeah, we are clearing all the rust and pieces that fell off the trailer on the floor. And also we have a bunch of material here that we really can't use. We have some of them that we can use, that we're gonna try and make something out of it. But we also have wood that we can't use anymore, or metal that's all rusted out. So I think we have to make a few trips to the waste facility and throw it away, and then clear all the under the trailer, all the rust and stuff that fell on the floor. So that's our plan for today.
Very sketchy.
It
to
does.
leave it like this.
So, dear camera,
No, you.
we're now going on an adventure to find a place where we can drop this stuff off.
So somebody told us about this new place to get rid of metal. And it's a cool place. They weigh the car when you come in, you leave your stuff, and then they weigh the car again when you go out, and they pay you for the metal.
So, for 580 kilos of metal, we got 116 euros. Not bad. We recovered some cash and now this material will be recycled. We had to do a few trips back to the place, but after that, it was only some wood left to get rid of.
Watch out.
In third place, we have the trampoline jumper from France, Colleen.
Alright.
We loaded up the pickup and took it to the local waste facility. Now we have the place cleared.
Four more. You pull.
Now we need to get some solid materials to renovate the trailer, and we need your help to choose. So we went to the scrapyard to source materials, and it's actually not easy to find good recycled materials here. But we found this stack of old Trespa, used for promotional stands or something. It should be sturdy enough for the outside, but the colors are a bit intense. But hey, you can't always choose when recycling. So we want to use this, and we made a few color options to choose from. If you support us on Patreon, you can vote for which color we should pick. Sign up on Patreon to vote and we would do whatever comes out. But for now, we first need to prepare ourselves for the rebuild.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the build of the level 2 house, but right now we are bringing all the tools up and down every day and working here. So we want to make like a little workstation down there. Just came from the sawmill, bought some chestnut beams. I'm gonna make 2 new horses to make a new workbench to work down there and just leave the tools down there, not struggling with bringing everything back and forth every day. So yeah, just gonna start processing and cutting all the beams to size. All my cuts are done, so it's time for this guy again. Sometimes I like sanding, but most of the time it's just pain in the ass. And today it's a pain in the ass. But yeah, that's what it is. I just finished sanding the inner faces of the horses, so right now I'm gonna put them together and then I can sand the front and the back. Here you can see the difference in between not sanding and not routering the edges, and sanding and routering the edges. For me, it makes sense to take a bit more time, because the difference is pretty big.
Down here.
Okay, so they just delivered the 2 tops pieces. The second one. That's a normal multiplex, which is going to be a downside. And this is a special multiplex for outside with corrugated face. That's going to prevent everything from moving around, or at least a bit. So yeah, I'm going to cut the holes in here to put those in place and then screw them together, I think. Last thing I want to do is I want to cover this exposed edge of plywood so that the water can get into it. So yeah, I'm going to use a leftover beam of chestnut and yeah, cut it to size and screw it to all around the edges. So yeah. It's a snug fit, so
Yeah, I remember last time.
that's okay. You have to keep on going until the end of the
So now the restoring part is ready. We have rip it apart, take the rotten things away, take the things we are not gonna use, we sand it, we repaint it. We have brush cut around to keep it easier to work around and also reduce the fire risk we have when working in such a thing. We also built a new working station here. We have put a tarp on top to be protected from the weather. We brought electricity from base camp. We brought our tools. We built a brand new workbench. In the next video we will show you how a day looks like in Project Camp, just in one shot. If you want to watch it already, you can support us in Patreon. Otherwise, you can always make suggestions and comment in YouTube. That always helps to the algorithm too. So that's it. See you in the next update. See you in the next update. See you in the next update. See you in the next update.
Another one.
See you in the next